Well, we've started cutting field number 2 now to give it a chance to dry while we're baling the other field. Cal's on the tractor right now. He's over in that corner there, but should be coming around any minute. Oh, there he is. All right, it's the next day. We cut over at the other farm all afternoon. I'm going to fire up the David Brown and see if I can go give Cal a hand. We'll see how long this old Massey hay vine holds together. The field over there isn't as thick as this field was, so it should be a little easier on it, but anything I can do to help will speed things up. So let's fire up the tractor and see what we can do to help. Well, she might be old and she might look rough, but so far it's been a reliable old girl, so let's go see if that holds together. All right, we have begun. Let's see how it goes. Quite a steep hill, not that you can tell on the camera, but it's steep. Having trouble steering. There we go, getting back into it. Woo! We are slowly catching up to Cal, too. We caught up to him on the corner. That hay vine doesn't turn as sharp as this one, so to make that 90-degree quarter, he's going to go ahead, pick it up, then back up. I can't quite turn 90 degrees, but this little haybine will turn sharper. So I'm gonna see what happens. I'm not sure I can actually film it while I'm trying to run everything, but we'll see. And of course I didn't bring my tripod out here with me, so I'll just have to do the best I can. Well, it wasn't a flawless execution, but we made it around the corner anyways. And we are keeping up to the big setup, so that's good. Assuming nothing breaks. I'm not getting my hopes up, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, definitely not perfect, but this haybine doesn't lift up as high as the New Holland one, so I don't want to be pushing the rows and stuff all around trying to back up over top of them. So it's doing good, and then I'm sure Cal, he'll square them back up again when he goes around them in front of me. So we're going to keep at this for a while. I'll show you anything interesting that might happen. So here I was thinking that this tractor was going to be much slower than that tractor, but it turns out that that tractor has a slower slow gear than this tractor. Which is good for when you're getting into things and you need that low gear, so I'm not complaining. I'll just kick in for a second here and wait for him to get ahead of me a little bit. It's not a whole lot of speed difference, but I am gaining on him. Yeah, so we'll get after it here in a second. That is precision farming at its finest. Yeah, we couldn't have done that if we tried. All right, we have made it around one full time now. Let's see if we can break our record with this haybine this year and see if we can get 2 full rotations. Cal just going up that little steep hill. Let's see if we can catch him. All right, we're at the bottom of this hill now. Let's see how this climb goes. Hopefully I can keep her straight. All right. Like I said on camera, that doesn't look like much of a hill, but she's a good little climb. Cal just turning around, getting lined up at this awkward point again. We'll see if we can go by each other without starting a new trend like a hay-bind demo derby or something. I mean, that might be fun to watch if it wasn't my stuff, but let's see how this goes. Okay, as soon as I made the corner, headed back for that big hill, I got maybe 25, 30 feet up there, and then it stopped spinning. I'm like, uh-oh, well, broke something. But something is missing. So I went for a little walk, and I found the chain. It's not broken, it just threw it. So hopefully I can get it back on here, and we'll keep going. But yeah, wish me luck. Okay, I got it that far. I'm going to try rolling it, see if it pops it back on. See if I can do this all with one hand. Haha! So, looks like we're going to have to tension it up. So, I'm going to need both hands. Well, I did get it back on there, and I got the tensioner back on it. I just went to start it to see how it looked. Started it, spun a couple revolutions, and then it broke. So, that's not ideal for the haying operation. So that's going to put me out of commission for the rest of the afternoon. It's getting later in the afternoon anyway, so that's all right. I was hoping to have this cut today with both of us going at it, but worst case, we'll be pretty close. So anyway, we'll have to fix this in the morning and go from there. Well, like I said, I'm out of commission for the afternoon. Cal's going to keep going, see what he can get cut before dinner time. But yeah, that's not a huge deal to get fixed, but we were basically just using it as a backup anyways. So I was just trying to help speed things up, which I did help. Every pass helped, so that's good. But anyway, moving on. All right, I'm over here baling hay now at the first field. I'm going to try to do this and record it at the same time. And then my brother and one of my guys, Mike, they are picking up the bales and taking them to the barn whilst I'm baling them. So, let's keep to it. So you can hear that beeping. That's the baler controller. That's telling me that I have a full bale. With that light there, and then you hear the audible beep. At which point, I see that. I flick this over. It sends in the hay, or the twine rather. I pull ahead a little bit to grab some more hay, just to help grab the twine. Then when it starts pulling in like that, I flick this back to the out position, and it'll start moving it back out. You can see that little piston kicking. And once it gets all the way back out, there's knives in there that it catches the twine and cuts it. You'll see it stops pulling it, just like that. I flick that back to the center so it stops trying to pull it in. Then I rev it up a little bit. I open the gate. This control here. Sometimes it won't want to roll the bale out. You have to just give her backwards and hit the brakes. But I'm going to need both hands for this, and then it'll pop out. I'll try to get somebody else to film me doing it here in a bit. All right, so like I said, I couldn't show it, but I was successful. I just back up a little bit, hit the brakes, it spits out that bale. And we move on to the next one. Keep going. Truck now, driving around collecting the bales. Cal's in the skid steer. Oh, can't see him. There he is. Cal's in the skid steer, loading it as I go around. Just about have a load on. Anyway, yeah. So we started using the tractor because the truck can't actually get around to the far side of the barn. So since we weren't cutting anymore, we decided to use the tractor on the float trailer, and then it should be able to drag right around back behind the barn, and we don't have to keep coming back and forth with the skid steer. So anyway, there they go with another load, and I'll keep baling. All right, the field's all been baled. We're gonna jump on the David Brown and use the skid steer, go around and bring it all in now. Well, here we are at the top of the hill. I'm in the skid steer loading. Victor's just coming around. And yeah, got a couple loads to bring in anyways. Get that piled in the barn and call her a day. But you've seen us load the hay on before, and it's not that exciting. So if anything interesting happens, I'll let you know. But thanks for watching.